What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It is Monday. Think About It Radio is in the building. Motivation Monday. Great interview lined up for you tonight. Tosha Dearborne, CEO, founder, Positive Express. Hope you guys got a ticket to get on board. Can you dig it? She's going to update us on some great things that's going on with the Positive Express. Self-esteem. It's all about this self-esteem. It's all good. I want to thank her for her time because I know she is very busy doing a lot of great things, and she's going to tell you all about them. Can you dig it? Ms. Dearborne, how are you doing this evening?
I am doing good. How are you?
I'm crunk, as usual. I'm crunk. I'm happy. I'm upbeat. You know, we're going to take life for what it is, and we're going to enjoy it. And for the things that we got going on in this bad boy. So it's all good on this end. If not, we're going to act like it anyway.
Right?
You know, what's the point? Now, they used to call it fake it till you make it. But I just say, just keep acting like it. You may not have seen it manifest yet, right? But you just keep going, man. You just keep pushing. We're talking about a little bit of that offline. If you just keep going and keep persevering, you will see the finish line. You just have to keep going.
Yep, just gotta stay focused. Just keep walking in what God didn't call you to do. Just keep going. Don't give up. Don't turn around. Because once you turn around, then you lose all passion for what you're doing.
There you go. Now, that's why I got you on tonight, right there. Let the people know who you are, what you do, and how to support some of the things you have going on. Well, all of the things you have going on, but how to get a hold of you and how to support you. And then we get into all that good stuff about focus and having the right mindset. Because I know this is going to be an interview that's going to be just straight fire. Can you dig it?
Okay. Well, y'all can find me on first of all, my name is Tosha Dearborne. You can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm on all social media websites. You can either find me by Tosha Dearborne or you can find me by Positive Express. Some of the things that we're doing right now is we have a walk coming up May 26th called Walk On It. What it is a walk geared to young kids, young teenagers dealing with self-esteem issues, no longer holding their head down and no longer, giving up on themselves, pushing past, any kind of hindrances that have been in their stumbling blocks, such as molestation, bullying, low self-esteem, rejection, anything that you have been stuck in a position where you feel like you can't go forward. That's what we're walking on May 26th in Missouri City at 1340 Independence Boulevard from 10 to 2. We have a guest speaker that's going to be there. She's been talking about human trafficking and trying to uplift the girls and boys, because it's for both, to let them know that they can love themselves. It has to start with them. Also, we have a Zumba instructor out there. We're going to do Zumba. We're going to exercise. We're going to have fun. We're going to do other activities. Food is going to be supplied. DJ. The event is free. You can register on Eventbrite. What else we have going on?
That's good. All that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I have a couple of books out. Couple of books that are out. They're releasing. Actually, one is releasing tomorrow. Called Thank you. Diary of a People Pleaser. These are all collaborative books. So there's other authors in the books with me. So that one releases tomorrow. God, I Am Battle Scar Free releases on May 15th. Pre-orders are already ready. Walk with Her, Wisdom for a Teenage Journey is out. I will have those books in hand this week. Also, the link is on my Positive Express page as well for that book, and it's pre-orders right now going on. Those are pretty much the things that I have going on right now.
I like that. That's a lot of stuff, though, and it's all geared toward positivity, self-esteem, knowing who you are, being strong in who you are. So there's so much. It's a guided approach. I like what you're doing, though. It's really a guided approach to out here. You're not kind of like just reaching all over the place and just throwing a bunch of stuff out here. You really are targeting who the people that you're really trying to get their attention. And that's
Right.
that's honorable. And I appreciate you for doing that, because right now I'm sure you've seen the fruits of your labor. But a lot of times, I'm sure people don't see the nights that you probably cried on your pillow and really wish that things were a lot different and moved a lot faster. But
Yeah.
I commend you for sticking and staying, because you could have given
Right.
up when it got hard.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
people
I
that
could
you
have
want
gave
to help.
up. Right, and I just have to keep it, like I say, keep it in front of me and just know that I can continue to keep going, whether I have, like we said offline, one or two people supporting me or not. I just have to keep focused and know that I have a purpose behind what I'm doing, and it's to reach these young girls. Those are my main focus, to let them know that they don't have to be stuck in a position of letting things that have happened in their past hold them back from moving forward, knowing that their self-esteem and their confidence is more important than looking to your left or your right to see what your friends are doing. Pay attention to yourself and just love yourself, because that's the main key.
Yeah, and speaking of that, though, I want to talk about that book, Diary of a People Pleaser. A little bit of thoughts behind that book. What's your main? I guess what's the main focus of that that you want that particular book to bring out to the readers?
The main thing I want for it to bring out, actually the chapter that I wrote in there is telling a little bit about my testimony of being a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Just knowing that you don't have to be able to, just try to fit in. You don't have to fit in and be expected to, be like everybody else. Just be yourself. That is my main thing. And just knowing that you can have confidence in yourself to know that you can do the things or do what you want to do and not have to worry about, trying to be somebody's friend to get what they're doing or whatever. Just be yourself.
It's okay being yourself.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny though, man. That I hear so many people at so many different levels, so many authors and inspirational speakers, and they always is like hone in on that, being yourself, but then knowing who you are, right? Because I think that's so. I guess it's not necessarily sad, but it's a hard truth that there's so many people walking around that really don't know who they are, and then there's other people that's more than happy to tell you who they want you to be, right? And if you're not confident in that, you're going around, clucking like a chicken when the God that made you a dog. So it's like, I think a lot of times, it's unfortunate though, and especially when it's someone that's young, because then those are formative years, right?
Right.
And now they're being formed into a negative path, and I believe that's where some of the anger and resentment comes from, because one, I didn't really get a chance to love and know myself, and no one was around me to nurture that. Hey, love yourself. Hey, know yourself. Hey, you're going to be a great gay. I think it's so. I think maybe we take for granted those that have that around. I think they take that for granted, and that's why I commend what you do in your organization, because you're pulling those people to the side that they may not be looked at. No one may not be paying attention to them, and you're giving them primary focus and letting them know you matter. No matter what nobody else think, no matter what no one else even is saying, you matter. So I commend you guys for doing that, because the road to positivity, there's not a lot of people traveling that road.
Right. Yeah, we get a lot of kids, a lot of the girls that kind of like, they've either come in broken-hearted because they don't have connections with their parents, or their friends. They can't be friends with a certain group of girls. So they're looking everywhere else for love or attention and just not knowing who they are as a person. Just a little bit background about me. That was part of my story. I didn't really know who I was because I didn't get that same, I didn't get that from my parents, where they was always supporting me or applauding me, telling me they love me or I'm pretty or whatever. So I had to start finding those things in myself and get a connection with God in order to be able to love who I am.
Love who you are. That is like, in this, I guess, in this age of plastic surgery, right? Enhancements, if you will. We see that so much, right? That people are born certain ways, and it's like, you know what? I don't like this. And I'm going to change it to look like something else rather than really being appreciative of who you are.
Right.
Kind of gives a false sense of confidence, I guess. I don't know, because you always have to have that in order to feel accepted and feel needed. And it's not judgment, as far as the people. I think that sometimes we just have to sit people down and say, okay, why are we doing some of the things? And if they are challenged to really think about that, then they may be surprised at the answer that they give.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of it is a self-image phase that they go through because
Mm-hmm.
they look at Barbie, you have Barbie with this little shape that she has, and then you want to look at the other kids, and you see that's what a lot of the kids like. I work with eating disorders at work, and
Yeah.
that's a lot of their issue. They look at the image that they see everybody else as, so they want to fit in and be the same thing as them when you just should just be yourself. Don't worry about if I'm got a little bit extra meat here. Oh well, so what? Carry it and embrace what you have.
You have to. I mean, if not, then you're gonna just walk around unsatisfied and angry and not in a great mood because you won't be when you're not satisfied with who you are. You'll steady question, I guess, your creator, right? Because like, God, why'd you make me this way, or why you made me that way, and then you won't really have the gratitude that you need because you're not really happy with what you see.
Right.
And then it kind of spills over into everything, though. And it leaves your home, then you take it on the road with you. Then you take it on the road with you, and then you take it to work with you. Then you take it to work with you, and then you bring it back home with you again. You never give yourself a break because you can't get away from you. So when you have those minds and the people that think that way, I think it's imperative that they have divine appointments, if you will, with people that say, "I want you to live, not just exist." And this is how I'm going to, this is the blueprint, right, to a better life, to a better way. Again, you may not catch everybody, but you're still out there trying to catch somebody.
Right. Yeah, most definitely.
How rewarding to you is this work that you're doing?
For me, it's like I get joy when I just knowing that I can help a young girl know that she can be herself and just, be a for who she is and not have to look to everybody else. It gives me just excitement. I get excited when I get to be able to do those things and let them know I'm guiding them in the right path instead of taking them down a road of destruction. Let them know that they are worthy, they are valuable. It let them know that they can succeed anything that they want or put their mind to. And it just it just gives me joy.
That's a beautiful thing, though. I mean, I'm sure, like, the stories that you hear when they come back and say, hey, had it not been for you, I would have been this particular way. I would have had this particular circumstance happen in my life because you took the time to invest in them. As you say, you went through things when you were younger within your life, but you took those experiences and then you actually being a testimony and reaching out and not just, I guess, kind of like staying in a corner somewhere saying, okay, you know what? I had to figure it out. They need to figure it out. So I thank God for your journey, for what you're going through, because maybe had you not went through that, you may not have the passion and energy. So a lot of times we don't really understand the story or the journey, but we just appreciate the destination, or even appreciate the process, as we always say in business, right? Trust the process.
Right. Yeah, trust the process and just when I look back at things now, I look at the dots where he was connecting dots to get me where I am now. Like all the things that I done been through, it just, the teenage pregnancy, the bullying, the molestation, the domestic violence, teenage dating violence. A lot of that stuff happened when I was in my teen years. But as I've gotten older and I've started the organization, it kind of shows me how he was connecting those dots so I could be transparent with the girls, not just giving them some made-up believe story that, a lot of people do. Just being truthful with them, letting them know, hey, I might not look like you, but, or I might look like you, but I've been through those same situations. I just had a young girl not too long ago reach out to me about sexual abuse, and when she reached out to me about it, and the only reason she reached out is because her mom had seen my story and pretty much knew that I knew how to start overcoming it or how to, not let that define who I was. And it just knowing that I was able to help her is just, that gives me passion and compassion about her and let her know that she can move past that. And I thank God every day for what He's allowing me to do with them girls.
That's great, man. I mean, that's a great testimony. I mean, that's more than a feel good story. You see the good that you're doing, right? You're not just not an emotional, oh, I feel good about all this stuff. You actually can tangibly see the results that you're putting in the great work, and it's needed work. I mean, because there's so much. We had a young lady talk about that Saturday at the economic conference in Crockett about mental health and things of that nature, and what so many people go through, and how other people just kind of dismiss it as, get over it and